We're going to run this 8x10 piece of white ash through the Weinig. Now the Weinig is a machine that we can plane up to 10x18 timbers on of infinite length. It also allows us to take about a ½ inch of material off in one pass. So what this machine will do is plane all four sides of this timber as it goes through here at a rate of about 11 to 15 linear feet a minute. This is the bottom cutter head. This is a jointer table, which we will elevate up and down depending on how much material we want to take off. So this whole bed here moves. This also has a side cutter on the bottom jointer head, which allows us to have a square corner coming into the side cutter. This is also a jointer fence. This fence moves back and forth. So this is the primary side cutter. This is the primary bottom cutter, the primary cutter for the horizontal surface. This is the front side cutter. This is the one that's adjustable, that we use the computer for. And this is the top head. This is also the one that's adjustable that we use the computer for. This planer head and the top planer head are identical, as are these two heads. So they're interchangeable. These two side heads we can also put shaper knives in, or T&G cutters, or any other carbide cutter that we may want to use. This machine also has a fifth head, which allows us to also plane all four sides at the same time, and it allows us to add a fifth element, which means that we can do some profile or some groove or channel or some other detail as the timber is coming through here. All the pressure feet are pneumatic. They're adjustable on the side by a series of dials. We've got top pressure feet, side pressure feet. These are the feed rollers that are also pressure fed, and then we've got bottom feed rollers as well. Before we operate the machine, we want to inspect all these things and make sure they're in working order. Make sure that there aren't any tools or rags left behind by the last person that cleaned up or yourself. We also want to make sure that there isn't any large chunks of wood binding anything together. We have our white ash 8x10 up on the rollers. So what we want to do before we run it through the machine is check the dimension. So we're going to check and make sure that it fits the kind of criteria that we need. So it's measuring out at 9 3/4 by 7 3/4. And our machine has presets in it that allow me to either run these pieces through twice or run them through once. Generally, if the pieces are oversized in hardwoods, we need to run them through twice. But if we can get them fairly close on the mill, like we do with our sawmill, then we'll only run them through once. So our preset setting just happens to be 56. So we just type that into the computer here, and then we hit go. And what happens then is all of the heads, the side head that we talked about before and the upper head, now adjust for that dimension. The piece will be power fed through. We adjust this outside roller right here. Then we'll make sure that all of our gauges are good. And these are all of our pressure feet and pressure settings. And we want them to stay out of the red. After that, of course, the machine is running. It's all fired up. We've run this piece through the Weinig now, and it's come out at 7.5 by 9.5, which is what we set it for. It's perfectly square, and it's been planed on all four sides. We use about 15 species, local species of hardwood here at Trillium Dell. White ash is one of them. White ash tends to have a lot of character in it. You can see wormholes from the emerald ash borer. This tree is currently quarantined by county. So we've been using a fair bit of white ash in our frames, but it's just one of the many species that we can use here, and it's one of the things that really, with the Weinig, we're able to do that makes us very versatile. We can use timber from landowners' property, we can use timber that people bring us, we can mill it here, run it through the Weinig, we can use all sorts of different species. We also source about 5 species from other places in the continent as well. We'll run those through the Weinig too. From here it goes into the beamery. It's going to be laid out. It's going to be cut, pre-fit, and shipped to site. So this is really about step 3 in the local process. We're involved in marking the timber. We're involved in logging the timber. We have subcontractors that do that, but we're involved in that phase as well. Once it's logged, it's brought here. It's milled. This is step 3, running it through the Weinig. Step 4 is going into the beam reefer layout. Step 5 is cutting it. Step 6 is pre-fit, gets packaged, shipped to site, and we erect it. This particular piece of timber is destined for a local house about 3 miles away from here. It's a local piece of wood. It probably came from about 10 miles from here, and it's been completely processed in Knox County, and that's good.